Thank you. Hi, everyone. I hate social media.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take you back in my imaginary time machine, back to the good year of before 2003 also.
You got a full screen first.
Oh, I didn't even make it full screen. There we go. Okay. So we are going back to Geocities, and I'm going to be a little bit transparent. Geocities is a little bit before my time. I was a Dreamweaver girly, but well, nothing fell.
It just came unplugged.
Okay.
Oh, that's fine. It'll be good.
Okay. I was a Dreamweaver girly. The first website I made was password protected with a key smash, and if you failed, it took you to Barbie.com. It was like a girl's girl. So anyways, what is Geocities? Geocities was a way to make and host your own website with basic-ass HTML and CSS, two languages I still love to this day. Nowadays, we don't really have as much customization as we did back then when websites looked like, I'll show you what they looked like. But it was a very easy way and a very accessible way a lot of people got into web design, which is now a six-figure job. So that's great. I kind of lost those job prospects. But it was a way to make and host your own website, and it was cool. So then Yahoo bought it and then killed it. But plenty of people who hate social media archived it. Thank you, haters. So this is just a small snippet of the Geocities gallery, which will be linked with a QR code and a link to the website with all the other websites I am showing you. So there were all sorts of categories. Oh shit! There were all sorts of categories on Geocities. I'm just going to take you down one subcategory of one category and show you some sites I found. Alright, so one thing I like about Geocities sites, you could really just do whatever you wanted with them. And you could really just make whatever you wanted. I don't know who Michael Rivera is, but I like the background he chose. Also, the year 97, it's secretly when I was born. And then we've got Guide to Fiction on the Web, which is a rare thing where people will submit stories not to like a central system, but to just one guy who just puts it on the site. It is very easy to go down some rabbit holes here. Trust me, I spent too long doing it. One other thing you could do with Geocities is you could make this. If Facebook does not let you do this, why not? Tell me why not.
What's on this website?
Yeah. So obviously this website doesn't look like what social media gurus will tell you a website should look like, but it has character, it is colorful, it appeals to my ADHD, the N64 was the best, and it was really just a time where you could make your background look like that, and make the fonts look like that. It was great. And we have some...
Those are the two genders!
You the scum!
Yeah, you could submit scum, you could send in your own scum, you could sign the guest book. Guest books were a huge thing. I wrote a small message for the webmaster. Please don't share this on social media. It would be such a shit show. But yeah, you after this class, after this presentation, and you can look at many more scum. And find this site, fishing. Here are some pictures of fish. Do we need any other context? I mean, there are these links, you can't see them. I love this ad. This is an ad. This is not part of the website. If Facebook lets you do anything like this, I will eat my own shoe. But you don't have to make your website look like an assault on your eyes. You can make it very simple, just text on a white background. this is what one person did for their D&D 3E campaign. They had all their campaign materials. They had all of their like free stuff. They had all the character sheets and everything. And that's super cool. You should do that for your campaign. And then we got another guy, George R. Wilmer. He also seems pretty cool. He just talks about himself. Talk about yourself. Be narcissistic. Be vain. Talk about yourself. So what happened? Well, Yahoo bought it and then closed it because it didn't make money. Yeah, this was, and unfortunately this led to kind of the era of the internet we are in, where our corporate overlords have taken it over and made it into a white slate. And it looks like this. You can't even make your background have N64 logos on it. What's even the point? And this is dark mode, where it looks slightly more interesting. Another side issue with our corporate overlords owning the internet is this. You've probably heard about this. Visa and MasterCard have basically decided to tell all websites, including Steam and itch.io, to take down all their adult games, which they would not have had the power to do back then. I got kicked off of Patreon a few years ago. It sucked. I hate payment processors. That is the small soapbox I'm going to go on. And they mess with gamers, so bad idea. They mess with the wrong people. Total nerds. because what do nerds like to do when they're like being looked down upon? They make something new, Geocities. Geocities, but new, hence the Geocities. And this is a very faithful, in my eyes, a very faithful recreation of Geocities. It is the same, it is similar. You can do the same thing. You can add pages. You can see this robots.txt thing. I want y'all to guess what it does. Yes?
It's what you put code in there to let bots know if they're allowed to scan your website or not.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
You are allowed to tell bots, do not scan this website. Yeah, honestly, that's enough to sell.
Yes.
That should be enough to sell you on making your own website. But you can put whatever you want on it. I mean, we saw a wide variety of websites. So this is what the code interface looks like. It's pretty basic. This is really all you need, but you can get into other apps such as WebStorm or VS Codium or VS Code. This is the blank slate. It is basic, and you can do whatever you want with it. You can put fish on it. You can put a list of men you hate on it. You can do anything. And Facebook can't tell you no, you can't. So you customize it. And one thing I love about web design is I'm a creative, and I feel like a common misconception is that coding and creativity are separate, and that's so not true. Yeah. Coding is such a creative field, and I'm going to talk to you, if people are skeptical, I'm going to talk to you more about how to learn code. So here are some websites, some random ones from Geocities, because they have a huge list of all their websites, and you can search by tag as well. I mean, this is so much better than doom scrolling. If you have a doom scrolling problem, please replace it with this. It is so fun. They even have their own HTML, CSS, and JavaScript tutorial. HTML and CSS is a pretty good language to start with. The comments in HTML are pretty fucking weird, but it's pretty good otherwise. And it's again a six-figure skill. So if you're looking for another job in our capitalist hellscape, I recommend learning that. Other cool things about this kind of era: web rings.
Oh yeah.
So web rings are little communities of topics where people can put their website on the ring, they can add a little banner to their website, and their website will be kind of listed in this directory. Similar to the Geocities archive, there's a huge number of web rings, and you can go through and click one you like. Found this one called Doodle Ring, and I was like, that sounds cool. And I clicked on it, looked at the directory, and I was like, wow, so many cool artists. I love art. And look, these are only 4 websites websites out of like dozens, out of hundreds of websites that you can go down. It's so fun. These will also, I think I actually forgot to link these, but you can find them. You can track my steps. I also, yes, I did do this instead of my grad school homework, so.
Proud of you.
You can also add widgets to your website. Add a crossword to your website. It's daily. Add a Tamagotchi. Add a little doodle thing. You know what I already did? You can make your website look like a DS. You can do so much, and this is only a small sampling. I'm sure if you look through Google for long enough, you will find so many cool things to just put on your website. So what should it be about? Your favorite hobby or special interest. I'm neurodivergent. I need to talk to everyone about my 2 special interests. Can be your event blog, because people can't find it as easily as they can on Tumblr or whatever. Can be about your favorite or least favorite celebrity. It can be about your enemy if you want. And, don't put anything illegal on for legal reasons. How many of you have a piece of media that you're trying to get your friends to watch?
Gary.
And you can make a website about why everyone should read, watch, etc. a piece of media. And you can put your own art and writing on it. And this is especially helpful, especially if you're an NSFW content creator right now. The world is kind of scary. Did you take a cool trip in 2005?
Yes!
Write about it. Who cares? Everything's possible with web design. You can even write about frogs or sharks or spiders or snakes or any of the other cool things that people tend to hate. Anything you want. I'm trying to stress this enough. A lot of you might be thinking, well, aren't there all these cool like AI tools where I can just like plug in a prompt and it'll spit out a website? Technically, yes. I don't recommend it for 2 reasons. The first is coding is a lot about problem solving. It's very good for the brain. It's very healthy. It's a very fun skill to learn. There's like this thrill about having a problem. I hope I'm not going over time. I'm very into this. There's something very satisfying about having a problem, like banging your head against it and finally solving it. The second issue is vibe coding will, yes, spit out a website that does what it tells you to. It'll forget about, small things like privacy and password security. So, do not use vibe coding. You will get hacked and die. The most important reason to make your own website. I'm sorry this wasn't as much about Geocities as a plea to make your own website, but same thing. You get it. It's fun. Capitalism hates fun. Woo! Capitalism hates it when people make things that don't make money. So do it. If nothing else, do it to spite capitalism. And to end, this is where I spent all of my time as a kid. If anyone here has spent time on this website, please tell me. I'm so lonely. You could submit stories, you could submit interviews, all kind of art. Again, just sent to some guy. I don't know who he was. He was some guy. He would just put up your art. And he would have contests. He would put up these little art pieces and you could submit your caption. I don't know. You wouldn't win anything. It's just fun. So thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I have a QR code with all the links, including links for how to code. I'll have to take questions, I think.
Yeah.
Do I have time?
Yeah, you can leave that up so people can QR code too.
Cool. Yes.
In your research, did you consider, besides Geocities, Zombocom?
Which one?
Zombocom.
I haven't heard of it. I'm very sorry for my ignorance. What's it called?
Zombocom. Zombo.com, but Zombocom is.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll try to remember it so I can add it to the little thing. Yes?
Now, in your estimation, in your investigation of Geocities, how many of them are about Neopets at this point in time?
I'd say, this is going to sound low. I'm going to say a solid 1%, but that's because there are so many websites, and just there are thousands of websites now. There are definitely a lot of prominent ones that are about Neopets. Yes?
where did you fall? I know you said you were like born as the GeoCities age was ending, sort of. Did you have a stance on the GeoCities versus X page versus Zanga war of like 98 to 2004?
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I did
no,
not.
that's
I was too I'm so sorry for my ignorance.
No, that's fine.
We'll have a debate circles.
You dodged the bullet. You dodged the bullet. It was great to have dodged.
Yeah.
I love dodging online discourse. I also looking at online discourse, but like as a researcher, I just love putting a magnifying glass and going like, that makes no sense. This does not matter. Yes.
If I follow your very eloquent tutorial, will I make my systems engineer father proud?
I think so, because everyone starts somewhere, and like coding builds on itself, and more importantly, like you don't have to only stick to HTML. A lot of coding languages just flow together. Like you can very easily go from HTML to Swift, which is the language that iOS uses. It's very easy to like once you know like the like theory to like go and do whatever, make a Game Boy game, do it.
Yeah.
I hope that provides an
Yes,
answer.
thank you.
Thank you for coming to. Oh yes.
Oh, it's just not us.
Oh, there was someone.
I was going to ask, when do you think the precursor to the intronification was? Do you think MySpace kind of led, because that's the last like website I can remember you could.
Yeah, I think that was it, along with like live journals sort of like fading out, because I feel like when people found it was easier to make a page on Facebook, like it was just easier that way, and like to be honest, learning how to code is hard. Like I'm not gonna deny that. Like it's hard, but it's fun, and like a lot of people when they found the ease of like switching to like Facebook or like other platforms, they found it. I think that's when like LiveJournal and MySpace started fading out. I think that's in my hypothesis about the time. Does that help?
Yes.
Great.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Woo! Thank you so much, Scarlett.
Thank you.
That was fun.